in years. And she starts laughing. Okay, all right, you want the second favorite story about natural release. So, yeah, I'm Heath, Four Oaks Farm. I have that one. So this was also back in the early days, and it was literally the first trade show, and I had this booth set up at the high school rodeo finals, the national finals, and it's a cool thing. It's a 7-day deal, and all these kids come from all around the country, and of course grandparents and parents and everybody else is there. The only problem is the rodeo is 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and so all the rest of the time the grandparents have nothing else to do. They are bored to tears. And so I'm starting to recognize them as they're doing the loop around the trade show. And at one point, a couple days in, I finally start pulling aside some of the cowboys with all the gnarled up arthritic hands and the folks with arthritis. And I said, would you do me a favor? So I'd give them a quick spiel, and I said, you know, we know that this works great for muscles and joints, and we think it should work for arthritis, but we're not sure yet. Would you be my test dummy, and would you take a sample and just try this tonight? And I know I'm going to see you again tomorrow, so just give me some feedback. And they agreed, and off they go. And so the next morning, it's pretty early and it's pretty quiet, and my location in the trade show is really poor, and I'm upstairs in a bad location. And this lady, and she's in her 80s, she comes stomping up the stairs. And when she gets to the top, she's got a finger out and she's walking toward me, and I'm just like, oh boy, I've done something wrong. And she says, I want you to know that last night my husband drank his milk with one hand for the first time in years. And she starts laughing, and she said, oh my goodness. So we got home, we're staying in an RV, and we got home and we were just going through our stuff, and we found your sample, and he put it on his hands, and we didn't think anything of it. And the next thing they know, he reaches down, he gets his glass, and stops right there. And he looks across the glass at his wife, and they just start laughing. And she said, no, he would have been a two-hander, because his grip was so poor that he's always picking things up with two hands and having to do it. And so that was when we found out that this worked great for arthritis.